Yes, and here we are. Good evening, and welcome to Talking Songs with me, Rowland Jones. A little bit of a panic there. I seem to be dogged with technical problems this week. Yesterday, I was trying to connect with somebody in the States, and that wouldn't work. And now this is only going from here to Stockport, so what do you know? So tonight we're going to dive straight in. A slight change of plans from originally, but Mr. Darren Poyzer has stepped up to the plate or into the breach or whatever the expression is. I can never remember. And he is joining us now on the line from Stockport.
Hey. Hi, Rowland.
Hey, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's all right.
I do love the shirt and the matching hat. That is good. I'm a big hat fan, I have to admit, and obviously when I'm wearing headphones, I don't wear one because it looks a bit silly. But when we meet in person one day, I shall definitely be wearing a hat.
Yeah, it's what I call my best radio shirt. It's every radio. I always dress up for radio.
Absolutely.
Streaming even more so. It's the colour out there at the moment, isn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I mean, you're only down the road from me, and it's been grey, hasn't it, all day? Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's I've kind of been locking myself in and trying to work my way out of a hole. So
yeah.
I look outside in the morning. If it's not sunny, that's it. I'm in the music room for the day. So
have you got a very big music room there? You seem to have plenty of space around you because I can't go that far back in mine.
It's a very small space actually. That's full of all. It's like a junk room. But this is the smoke and mirrors magic of theatre and webcams, isn't it?
Absolutely.
20 minutes, micromanaging the space so that people can just see, what you want them to see. Really, I mean, this is just a blank wall behind me. This.
Yeah.
Well, it's a green sheet actually.
A green sheet, yeah.
I'm telling all the secrets. It's a green sheet that's behind me. There's piano buried in lots of gubbins over there. There's 2 printers buried in lots of gubbins over there. And then
at least the step ladders have gone.
Yeah, the step ladders are over here. There you go.
Excellent. Darren, okay, let's talk music.
Well, hang on, I just found my jumper.
That's useful. Right, and how are we? We're fighting fit here. Right. Let's talk music. How long have you been playing music? Because you did say something to me yesterday, which when you said at a certain point you decided to take playing guitar more seriously. Or I can't think what the expression was you used. Have you always played music, or is that a relatively recent thing?
It was a weird thing. I can go all the way back to when I was in school because when I was in junior school, because I had sort of family members who were into music.
Right.
I got forced to take recorder lessons about 5 years old.
Right.
And I was like not having that at all. I wanted to play spaceships in the playground,
Yeah.
All about. And so I kind of resented music for quite a long time. And I was the black sheep in the family. My uncle, I had an uncle who was a brass bandsman.
Right.
He wanted to take me to see my uncle play in the brass bands, hoping I would follow suit and go out to Morecambe, out on the train for the day on the bandstands and the big brass band events.
Yeah.
I was brought up with music around me and never kind of did anything. And then, life goes on. I kind of went through school trying to play football and discovered drinking at sort of 16 at an early age and went out and I actually joined the Royal Navy of all things.
Right.
When I came out, I needed to let that whole Navy thing go and start again, because we've gone through the conflict. And I decided to take up writing. I went to college, did a theatre course. Somebody left a few acoustic guitars lying around. And during the dinner hour, I was aged about 21, 22. I was a late starter. Picked up an acoustic guitar and started to strum.
Right.
I eventually sort of came out of college, started to run some gigs, ran a music venue for 10 years. And then probably really I started to write my proper songs, my best songs, round about 2001, 2002. So probably about 20 years ago now, 19, 20 years ago, I started to sort of construct songs for performance and I started to tune my guitar up properly,
It was a good starting point, I feel.
I didn't quite manage that for the first 10 years, but once I sort of got a little bit of consistency in there and started to take some serious interest in the way I wrote and delivered songs, it made a big difference, you know. And I was running about 4 open mics a week back in the early 2000s. And of course, you know, there's no better place to learn your craft and to learn your songs and to get to know your songs and the dynamics of your songs than a good open mic. So I just ran some really good open mic nights. And
well, I mean, that was, to be honest, that was one of the things that got me started on this, was the fact that, you know, suddenly there's all these people like yourself, like me, and just, you know, when I came back to Manchester 6 years ago, I sort of lost touch with everybody, so I started going to open mics just to meet people. And then suddenly that's all been taken away from us, you know. And so I thought this would be a good way to try and do something about it and get some people involved. Anyway, so okay, where are you going to start? What's going to be your first song? Tell us a bit about this.
Well, I've actually I know I go against the grain a bit here, but I've actually been sort of writing and being very creative during lockdown. In sort of real life, but you know, back when we have that normal thing going on, I run a few community singing groups. I manage a youth music project, and I'm very active. I'm a great believer in songs and music, and we do have a role to play, and we you know, we are valuable in society. You know, I'm not making any of that nonsense. We're very proactive musicians, so I've been very proactive, and I've been writing. So I'll play you one of the things I've written recently.
Take it away.
It's a recovery song. I think it's as close as I get to a lockdown song, I guess, at the moment. This is called Keep Your Heart Sunny. Arrogance of the man is making you sick. You're trying to get through, but the skin is too thick. And human resources is a two-party trick. Follow the money, my friend. Community lifelines in need of repair. Voices for austerity say there's nothing to spare, and you see the desperation in the people who care. Follow the money, my friend. Standing on the edge with your arms open wide, saying I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. Remember, there are millions of us on the same side. Keep your heart sunny, my friend. As science and technology leaves us on the brink, progress is delivered with a nod and a wink. Who benefits from developments? Well, who do you think? Follow the money, my friend. When the law is a hammer and you are a nail, from the school of hard knocks to the privatized jail, for some of us the system has been programmed to fail. Follow the money, my friend. Down on your knees and the races run. You've been keeping the peace in a world full of guns. Get up, make a stand, there's still work to be done. Keep your heart sunny, my friend. Here we go. Standing on the edge with your arms open wide, saying I've tried and I've cried and I've tried and I've cried. Remember, there are billions of us on the same side. Keep your heart sunny, my friend. Nursing your bruises in the setting sun. There's children without prejudice, playing, having fun. Remember, they are there thanks to battles you've won. Keep your heart sunny, my friend. Keep your heart sunny, my friend. Keep your heart sunny, our dear friends.
Great song. Great song. It's interesting because you're, as a songwriter, you're quite different to most of the people I've had on, all the people I've had on so far. Because you, from what you've said to me, you write songs for a specific. There's an aim behind them.
I think I write sort of in. So I'm a binge writer. I write clutches of songs. I might fall out of love with music for a couple of years, and not write anything. And I always say to people, it's okay to fall out of love with music. It's okay to have writer's block. It's okay to not be writing. It's okay if you're not enjoying performing. I've been through that phase many times.
Yeah.
And the thing is when I come back, I write a batch of new songs, and people say to me, we all get asked this, don't we? Oh, do you write lyrics or words first? How do you get ideas from? Me personally, I write emotionally. I think I write emotionally. If something drives me to write a song emotionally, if it makes me angry or sad or reflective, it'll put some ideas, and I'll get a couple of pictures in my head of times in my life, that I remember things or things that people have told me recently. And if that triggers an emotion, then
so it's not so much like inspiration in the sort of the wider sense, but it's more to do with something you're reacting to something, how you feel about something. Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah. I reactive, but also proactive, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but once you've reacted, you then create. Because I mean, most of the people I've spoken to, and I think I fall into this category as well, is that we tend to write from something to do with the song. So we'll hear somebody use an expression or say a phrase, or some little lick goes through your head, or you pick the guitar up and a particular chord sounds particularly nice, and you go from that. Whereas you're reacting more to something that's smacked you in the eye really and said, "Oh God, I need to do something about that." Yeah. So that's quite a different way of thinking about it. So then, when you've got that, you just sit down and it all comes out.
It does, and sometimes I'll have two songs on the go at the same time because one of them isn't working, and I'll put another one along. So I'll start something else. Sometimes they morph into one song, or sometimes one song comes out and the other one gets shelved. And then there's sometimes when there's little lines and little riffs that I've got that are like keepers that I've had them knocking about somewhere up here for the last 5 years. Yes. I'll come back and I'll go, I remember that line. I was going to do something with that line, and something happened yesterday that reminded me of that line, and I'll put the two things together, and it's. It's like that. I mean, it's all to do with instinct with me. But like everybody else, if I don't give myself the opportunity to write, because this is one of the key ones, is if you're putting your life and all your life space into everyday stuff, if you're surrounded by, if you've not got that writing space, physical writing space, and that time to write, you're not going to write anything. So. I need a combination of things like everybody else. I need the time and the space to write, and I need the inspiration at the same time. If I'm working too hard on other projects and putting all my creative energies into other things, or, if life's getting me down, I won't be writing. I need to come out of that dark space and open the windows and find a nice inspirational day and find some time. We all need time to write.
What about recording your material? I mean, because to me, you strike me as being very much a live performer.
I am. And people have said that to me. There's people who've seen me at gigs who've said, "Oh, mate, you're a lot better than your CD is."
That's a backhanded compliment, isn't it?
That's nice to know. But it's very true. I mean, if I'm honest, I've recorded one fairly decent album out of 3. And one of them I didn't even bother pressing. It just there was too many bits in it that weren't working. Even though it was the biggest production I'd ever done, but the one album that I still like was a live album that we did with 3 other musicians. I mean, I did some solo, we did some duo, some trio, and then we put all 4 of us together. And I literally had to introduce them all in the sound check. They'd never met before,
right?
But it was one of those that just happened on the night. There was magic in every song, in every performance.
Yeah.
It was live. And thankfully, some good friends of mine stuck a few mics up and a couple of cameras up and filmed and multi-track recorded the whole thing. And there's another little tip there for you, isn't it? Is that if you've got a great band or a great set of songs, record them properly, get lots of mics up, get an audience in the room, or get yourself a good studio space and do it properly and get a great recording.
Well, funny enough, the last CD I did, I did live, but a bit almost by accident, because what I'd done, I was doing a solo thing for the Rock and Blues Festival down in Skegness last January, and I've got a little stereo recorder that I took along with me, and I was talking to the guys on the desk. I said, "Well, look, can you record it for me? Just so I've got a record of it." And at the last minute, I thought, well. Yeah, but can you split it? So I've got the guitar in one channel and the voice on the other, which is what they did. And because of the situation, I mean, it's a festival and there's like loads and loads of people there. But because of the structure of this particular room, the audience was far enough away from the stage that there wasn't any spill onto the mics. And I came back and I thought, oh, I quite like that. And I listened to the whole concert and I thought, I'm going to put this out as an album. And I think in some ways it's the best thing I've recorded because I wasn't self-conscious about it. I wasn't thinking, oh God, am I going to make a mistake here? Because I was just enjoying the gig, Yeah. So I think there's a lot to be said for it. I mean, it's a bit easier to do if it's just you and a guitar, as I did. But if you're going to do it with a full band and you've got 6 microphones on the drums and everything else, it gets a bit more complex. But it does have a different feel to it.
I think you've got to, it's the thing I've always said about songwriting as well. I say that you write a song, you've got to learn how to play it. But then once you take it out there, this is me. I'll talk about it. It takes me about 6 goes before I learn to perform a song. So I'll have to learn to write it, then I'll have to learn to perform it, and then beyond that, I've then got to learn to record it. Now I rarely get to learn to record it because I don't really go for recording. I'll say, come and see it live, just do the live thing and let's do that.
But I agree with you as well about the thing about learning to play it, because I know that, I mean, I've talked to other people about this and on the show, and some of the people say, oh yeah, I like to record things fresh when I've only just written them. And I've done that, but I'm not keen on doing it because I'd rather sort of road test it a bit first. And you find, I mean, one particular song that I recorded when I first came back to the UK, I then went back to where I used to live before and played it with my band. Then they said, "Well, you've taken out the middle 8. Why?" And I said, "Well, because it works better, simpler."
Yeah.
And I, to be honest with you, I'd forgotten that I'd done that because it had been a couple of years between the 2 events. But I think I personally, like yourself, I like to sort of road test them. So. Yeah. So what's your next song going to be then?
Well, I think this I've just changed the set list to follow the because I'm going to play you something that was literally written in the last week.
Excellent.
And so this song is in that stage now where I'm playing it live for the first. This is only the second time I've played it live.
Right.
So I'm still in that kind of I might forget the words kind of feel. Which always puts you on edge, So that's why those first few performances can be a bit ropey sometimes because you're getting to know the song. I actually like to record a song when I've written it, because I think when you write it, there's something in there that belongs there that you don't want to lose.
Yes.
It might be a line somewhere or a certain feeling, something that is key to the song, and it's good to remember that, because that's there.
And also the tempo.
Yeah.
I mean, it just a few beats per minute either way can change a song radically.
I've changed many songs, and also sadly I've lost a few songs because I couldn't change the tempo and make it work in a live situation. It was too slow, or it was too it didn't have enough dynamic. You record it, or you listen to the lyrics, you think that's a great song, but live it doesn't work. It's not. So I'm going to play you a song called Steam Train, which is brand new. I've got the lyrics in front of me here. I'll just give you the theatre as well. So this is still brand new. We're still finding our way around this. So
excellent.
Welcome to Rowland Jones's Songwriters Workshop with in a brand new song. Here we go. Let's wish me luck. It's called Steam Train. When you lose someone, you feel unbearable pain. So to console myself, I often go looking for trains. Not just any train, mind, I got a favorite dream. My grandma and I walking up that hill to the Museum of Steam, and we leave behind our lives full of broken things. And as we climb up from the platform, I can't help but sing. I'm on a steam train. I'm on a steam train. I'm a broken child who's found his smile again. When you live alone, it's an emotional strain. So to avoid myself, I would often research the history of change. See the steel wheels roll across the land they stole, no matter what the cost. Exploding hills, bridges to build, so many lives lost. Empires and statues built from broken things. Pressure building familiar fires. It makes you think we're on a steam train. We're on a steam train. We gotta promise ourselves not to make those mistakes again. I'm on a steam train. I'm on a steam train. I'm gonna promise myself not to make those mistakes again. Turning the corner, tunnel of fear, scenery changing now, whistle in my ear. thanks to technology. But if we slow things down, we can all be the people we all need to be. It's a beautiful day. He's an excited little boy, and we are heading out to the coast. He's the third child born to the first child. No, I got that wrong. He's the first child born to the third child born to the lover who holds me close. And we're leaving behind our lives full of broken things. And as we step up from the platform, I can't help but sing. I'm on a steam train. We're on a steam train. And I'm a broken child who's found his smile again. I'm on a steam train. We're on a steam train. And I've promised myself not to make those mistakes again. We gotta promise ourselves not to make those mistakes again. We're all broken children, finding our smiles, finding our smiles again. Choo choo, choo choo choo. When you lose someone, you feel unbearable pain.
Excellent. Good song.
with complimentary.
I love it. I love the way you
get in the words.
Oh, hey, no, you should know, but you should know by now what you never do is point out your mistakes.
Oh,
if the audience haven't seen them, don't worry about it.
It's like I have this line when I play live. If I forget the words now, what I'm saying is, "Oh, I'm buffering."
Nice.
Works, to say that in a live gig, it works. It's a good gag. You can have that one, Rowland.
No, thank you. I will. No, it's good. So the other thing I like is your guitar style is very, very rhythmic. Yeah. And one of the things that I notice a lot these days with I mean, yeah, there's lots of fantastic guitar players out there, young guys, meaning male and female, who are doing great stuff. But there is still sometimes for me that people don't actually get the drive out of an acoustic guitar the way you do. You know, that sort of that pulse that keeps it going, which I think is wonderful.
Well, I play a lot of stuff. Just a little tip about styles and everything. I mean, I play a lot of stuff in drop D.
Right.
Where just
just drop
E string down to a D.
Yeah.
And then I changed my chord shapes to suit, that way of playing, which means that some of the chords I'm playing are inversions. But I always had that rhythm. A lot of the rhythm comes from the drop D shape, and
yes,
it's not there in all my songs. I think the next one I'm actually going to tune up for the next one, which is we'll do that while we're talking.
But it's funny actually. It's funny you should say that because I used to use it years and years ago quite a lot, and then about 2 years ago I started experimenting with it again, and the first song I wrote using it was very, very rhythmic, and it's almost like that semitone lower makes it a chunkier sound, and it drives it more. So yeah, it's I do. But you don't use like sort of open tunings, complete open tunings. You just the drop D.
I went through it again. I went through a songwriting phase where I
Hmm.
discovered open E tuning a few years ago.
All
And I
right.
wrote a set of songs using open E tuning.
Hmm.
And the problem was playing them live. I mean, I did actually record them. They were all in a batch of songs that I recorded. There's only one that really stood the test of time, and it only stood the test of time because I played it in drop D. I brought it back into drop D, and this is something. Again, I've had these conversations about songwriter's block with quite a few people over the years. You know, because I mean, I teach as well, and I've done songwriting courses, and one of the things that I think it's good to change your tuning and go into open tuning. But in my experience, for live performance, I always come back to my comfort zone. So I have to be prepared for the fact that if I write something in open tuning, if it doesn't come back into my comfort zone of being able to play it live, then it might sort of get lost, you know. So I think writing in different styles, doing stuff with different musicians is all great stuff, you know. Writing in a different place, and you know, sort of doing a songwriter's course, writing with someone else. There's lots of things you can do to get out of the old songwriter's block. And open tuning is a good thing to discover, but you don't have to do it. You know, it's
only just to try something different.
Yeah.
There is a sort of theory in teaching, and I was talking to somebody else about this on the program a few weeks ago. There's this theory in terms of learning types of things, learning whether it's the guitar or anything else, is where you deliberately restrict yourself in order to explore that whole thing. And there's a I can't remember what the guy's called, an American jazz guitar teacher, and his thing is about that. And in his book, this is sort of like this chapter, and one is called The Electric Skating Rink, and it's where you have to play over a sequence of chords using only one string. So you have to work vertically up the neck, right? Then the next exercise is based on restricting you between frets. So you have to play only between the 5th and the 7th, you know, and then do something in a different key and see where your hands can actually go to it, and then sort of so you stretch yourself by limiting what's available to you.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and which I think, and I think that's the thing with open tunings as well.
Sorry, I just whilst you're on that, Rowland.
Yeah.
I think it's really good for your voice, that, because sometimes, you know, I've done this myself. If I feel like vocally I'm not very good, I'll improvise and I'll just play 2 chords, and I won't go anywhere else with it. But I'll just make up some melodies and random lyrics over top of it and try and push my voice and do something with just those 2 chords and see where I go and where my voice will go. And strangely enough, I've done it, and it's given me confidence in my voice when I've not had it, because I'm pushing my voice into new places, and I'm trying to force a melody line out of something that is pretty flat. So I've done that with my voice, you know.
Yeah. I had a similar experience to that, and this might fit in with what you're saying. In a couple of years ago, I went up to the Edinburgh Festival, and I had various gigs booked to do there, but I also did quite a lot of busking, and I suddenly found that, you know, you've I mean, everybody has this thing, and you have maybe two registers. But I discovered I had another register as well, which I'd never heard before, which cropped up after I'd done about a couple of days busking on the Royal Mile, and it was quite a weird experience, because then suddenly when I got into that extra register, that really I could have been playing not in the same key, but maybe a tone lower, which would have brought that register down a bit further. So it kind of confused me a bit, but it was quite a surprise. But no, I like your idea. So you just strum 2 chords and then you just sing over it.
Yeah, just sing over it, and you know, and take it somewhere. I've actually written songs like that. You know, when I've got the melody and when I've taken something somewhere, I'll then put the 3rd chord in. You know, I've got quite a few little 3-chord songs. You know, now 3 4-chord songs out of just putting 2 little chords together and playing the idea around, you know, playing with words, playing with melody lines, and then when I'm ready to take it somewhere, just pop a 3rd chord in or a minor in, and just see where it goes, you know. But yeah, I just find it's a good vocal exercise, you know, just to play around, just to see where your head goes and where your emotions go, you know. Because especially if you do it, if you've got the old computer technology or you've got a keyboard or a synth with you, you can do it with just two chords on a synth with a kind of different sound, you know, an octave down, and just play around with it. But keep it simple and let your voice just weave loads of different melodies over the top of two chords. For me, the key thing it's done for me is to give me confidence in my voice, because every now and again, you know, we all go through this lack of confidence thing, don't we? You know.
Oh, absolutely. God, yeah.
You know, and
on a daily basis.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that. That's fine. That's perfectly natural. You know, it's okay. It's okay to fall out of love with music. It's okay to lose your confidence. Just bide your time. Wait for your chance to come back, and you'll come back. You know, don't leave it forever. Just give yourself a break. And I've done that many times. Give myself a break. Allowed my confidence to come back, and allowed myself to fall in love with music again.
Yeah.
It's very important to me.
I think there's a good point about sort of falling out of love with it, because I mean, again, over this sort of, you know, X months that we've been in this, I've spoken to a lot of people, and as I said to you yesterday, you know, that a lot of people have said they haven't got anything done because they you know, there doesn't seem to be any immediate purpose for doing it. You know, there's no point in writing a new song if you know you're not going to be able to sing it and perform it for the next 4 months. But the worst thing about it, I think, is that sometimes one or two people I've spoken to have said, well, I'm not sure I'll ever do it again.
Yeah, I went through that.
Yeah.
I went through that, and you know, because I mean, I'm not 20 years old anymore. I've been playing a little while, but I you know, thankfully there's people 20 years older than me doing amazing things in music, and those people inspire me, you know, to keep going. But it's like, I mean, you see the little thing I've got on my wall there. You know?
Yeah.
I only did my first one last week. I'm a bit late to the table on it, but I've been gearing up for a while to do a live stream, and not only do a live stream, but to do one every week.
Yeah.
But not only to do one every week, but to do it on a Sunday morning. Right. And to make it a community gathering, a celebration circle of uplifting songs and conversation, and you know, let's just put a smile out there and a colourful shirt on, play some songs, wish people well, say nice things to people, and make this lovely little warm gather on a Sunday morning on live, and use my songs as a basis for that. And I've written some songs for this, and that's helped me through.
So, if any, how do we find out where do we find that?
It's on Facebook. If people find me on Facebook, we put it out primarily as a Facebook Live event.
Right.
So I managed to stream it to my personal profile. There's a Poyzer Gig Guide and Community Music page, and then Poyzer.com has got the links as well. So
right, okay.
You know, if you find me somewhere, there's usually a link to it that you'll.
So if you go, that one will take them there. Yeah, look at that. Great. We have the technology.
Yeah, and it's, you know, going back to the thing, you know, about us as songwriters and sort of. You know, I was very much in that place at the beginning. I couldn't see myself playing live again for a while. I completely lost the whole thread of it. And then I don't know what happened. You know, something happened probably 6 to 8 weeks ago now, in the middle of all this, when I suddenly thought, well, hang on, no, I am going to come back, and we are going to play again, and we need to put these positive messages out now and help people believe that we'll come back and we'll do music again. And I think probably it was when, you know, that little thing from the government came out about change career, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that got everybody's back up, didn't it?
Well, you see, I mean, I work with older people in care homes, and, you know, I've done community sing-arounds for the Alzheimer's Society, you know. Yeah. And we're playing Que Sera, Sera and everything, and we're loving it. It's great. Yeah. In fact, there's a line in the next song I'm going to play that relates to it, which you know, it's just a nice little. But you know, I couldn't dream of not going back to play songs with those people and run those community singing groups again. And the youth music project I run, I couldn't walk away from that, because those people want you. They want you there to play your music and to inspire them with songs. So I think something happened in me that said, "Whoa, I'm not disappearing here. I'm coming back. You know, I'm going to come back. I'm coming with new songs. I'm actually going to have another go at recording a new album, which is a real fresh one for me. Yeah, I've got the concepts up here at the moment. I've got an idea. I've got an idea what we're going to do with the songs. I've a couple of people in mind to work with as producers. I'm I've no money.
He said quickly.
Before anybody gets too carried away and thinking, "Oh, this is going to be great." I've got to work the budget side of things out, but at the end of it, I'm my own worst enemy because I can quite easily next week talk myself out of it. So,
can't we all, mate? Can't we all?
Of course we can, and we do. We do, and we do that because maybe we're not quite ready to record and do it, and that's fine. Again, that's okay. Just because somebody else releases a great album or somebody else is playing gigs that you're not playing, it's okay. It's part of the process. You go through that. You just got to bide your time, keep working at what you do, keep smiling, stay positive, and your time comes. Your gig is out there, and I've always believed that, and that's pulled me through this. I felt down, and I was.
You're a bundle of energy, you are, mate. You put us on the show.
Had you pulled me on here 6 weeks ago, mate, it would have been whoa,
Oh right. Oh well, that's honest of you. That's honest of you.
Oh yeah, but we'll go through it. It's fine, but it's okay. It's okay to feel down.
Come on, give us another song.
Bring yourself back up. That's the message. This is called Precious Time. This one.
Perfect.
This one comes from the idea that this begins with a busker, so we celebrate the busker, and then the busker goes and sings in a care home, and it's all about people giving each other their time, because so much of what we're being told, it's money. We need money for this, money for that. And yet most of what we do is we're giving each other our time, and we're not taking money off each other for our time. We're giving each other our time, and that's the currency of living and surviving, and it's the currency of music for me. So this is Precious Time.
Excellent.
A busker sings a song about the criminals in the government. A father with his daughter stands and stares. They've been dealing with abusers, but no one likes accusers, so their shopping bags are full of thoughts and prayers. And it's a long way home when you're down and broken-hearted. It's a lonely old party going out of your mind. There's got to be a living, getting high on giving, so I'm thankful for the gift of your precious time. I met a girl called Pearl when I was working in the care home. I was in my 50s, she was 99. She talked about the war, we sang Vera Lynn together. The clues are all around, if not the signs. And it's a long way home when you're down and broken-hearted. It's a lonely old party going out of your mind. There's got to be a living, getting high on giving, so I'm thankful for the gift of your precious time. Now every song I write sounds like the drive-by truckers, and my croaky spittle voice gets more Dylanish every day, like the bastard son of Elvis. I'm rocking the diabetes, I'm not dead yet, I've still got stuff to say. And it's a long way home when you're down and broken-hearted. It's a lonely old party going out of your mind. There's got to be a living, getting high on giving, so I'm thankful for the gift. I'm bringing you the gift. I'm thankful for the gift of your precious time.
Boom. Excellent. Brilliant.
I enjoyed that.
Good. I've enjoyed it too.
That's fun.
So what's your next project then, you reckon? You said you've got an idea for this album, or are you you're gonna keep that to yourself for now?
No, I mean, it's good to talk about it, because I'll hear myself talk about it, which is great. I mean, I'm going to get in trouble here because my partner Tricia doesn't even know I'm thinking about a new album, so I'll get in trouble for this.
Right. Okay. Actually, while I think about it getting into trouble, I know that you've got another session to go to. So we're up to 7:15 now.
I'm okay if you're okay, as long as you get to play your song.
Right. Okay.
You've got time to play your song, haven't you?
Yes.
Good. I'm not going to gate crash on your song. It's only an idea, but the idea is just a concept. The idea is it's going to be called Theatre, if I do it, and it's going to be a combination of the new songs and new recordings of a couple of songs that I've been playing for a long time and people still request at gigs. Some of the popular songs, but to do new recordings with them and do something with them that we've never done before. So that's the idea. I mean, these days, the question is what you're going to do with an album.
Yes.
I think the way that I see it is it's all about profile raising for me now, of giving people something, a physical product again. Or I thought about writing a little book of song lyrics, stories to go with it, which I might do. It depends on whether it happens, but it's all about that connection with your audience, isn't it? I think we want to connect with audiences and with people, and that's why we write and we record. And but you've also got, if you're going to try and sell something, you've got to do, it's got to be good quality, otherwise you won't sell it. So,
well, the other thing is that there's a lot of stuff going on at the moment about streaming, and about how streaming actually is just making money for the streaming people, and it's, musicians aren't getting anything out of it. Most of the stuff that's being played on things like Spotify is actually stuff that belongs to the major recording companies, the major labels. So for the likes of me and thee, nothing filters out of Spotify.
I'm going to give you a positive on that, and you'll remember this because you're my generation.
Yeah.
When I started out, it's probably the same with you. I played songs. I wrote songs in Tintwistle near Glossop, where I lived. It's where I wrote my first songs, and they didn't get any further than the 2 3-second bus route to Ashton and the Line. That's as far as they went, right?
Yeah.
So that's as far as now. What happened? Sort of where it took 16 years, but 17 years after I wrote my first song, I was out in Austin, Texas, playing songs to people in Austin, Texas. Courtesy of a friend, put me over there and gave me some gigs. But thanks to the internet, there were people waiting for me in Austin, Texas, who knew my songs, who'd heard my songs on the internet.
Brilliant.
So, yes, streaming and technology has changed things. Technology is the new world order.
Yeah.
But you have to embrace it, and you have to say,
absolutely. I have no problem with that. What I was referring to really is the fact of actually, as opposed to people buying and buying albums, that has gone. I mean, it's the same as this. I mean, if I'd wanted to do something like this 20 odd years ago, it just wouldn't have happened. Yeah. I mean, we've had 2 people on from New York, one guy from Nashville, a woman in from Miami. I've got one coming in from Canada in about 3 weeks' time, and it's great. And that's part of that's the community side of it that works.
Yeah. And that community side is our evolution. That's how we're going to evolve. Because it's one of the things, again, if I refer to when I went to America, you'd go in a bar and you'd see world-class musicians and they'd be playing for tip jars, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd go in and you'd chuck some money in, and if it was a good band, you'd chuck $5-10 in if you had it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You'd pay. So the culture there that I discovered on 6th Street in Austin was amazing.
Yeah,
money in tips.
They have. I mean, the Americans have a different attitude towards tipping anyway, don't they? I mean, in the sense that, when we were there 4 years ago, we went to see. Well, we're there for a month, and when we were in Memphis, we went to see a local band in a very nice venue, but it was just a local band. And the drummer, I've forgotten his name, was the guy who was the current drummer with Booker T and the MGs, and they were amazing. But on the front of the stage, there was a guitar case.
Yeah.
But people were dropping $20 bills in there, and so they
the Sunday service. I say to people, it's free, and donations aren't essential. But if you want to donate, there's a PayPal link.
Yeah,
and there's people. I've had people turn up to the first one. They paid in. I did a live stream a few weeks ago. My first one with We Shall Overcome. They did a night for me, and people donated, and it's incredible. And I think I've even got a tip jar section on my site where I say to people, look, this is my work, this is my employment. I'm obviously not full-time employed. If you'd like to donate to what I do, and there are people who do. It's a fabulous thing, and I'm not being big-headed with that. It's just that I've changed my thinking towards it. I've tried to evolve and have the confidence to say to people, I can't do this for free all my life. So you can put something in the tip jar. This helps to make this work. And I think we've all got to slowly adapt to that jar mentality, not feel like we're begging, because we're not begging. What we're doing is we're entertaining people like buskers do.
Exactly. No, I think you're absolutely right. Absolutely.
For a little while, we've got to look at it like that and say, okay, let's get stuck in and see how we can evolve and how we can survive Spotify, because we've got to. We can't die, you know.
Absolutely
we can't stop
not.
recording and
Yeah.
writing because Spotify pay nothing. We've got to find other ways of doing it, other ways of coming through, you know. And that's where my head is, you know. That's my survival.
Good. Listen, I know you've also got to go off and do this other show. So, would you like to do one more tune for us?
Have we got time? And have you got time to do yours?
I've got fine. I mean, if I overrun, that doesn't matter. I'm more concerned about you get. The other thing is this thing you're going off to do. Do you want to give a bit of a shout out to that as to what that's about?
Yeah, it's a strange one actually.
Sounded interesting.
Bunch of Clash fans celebrating the anniversary of the Sandinista album, which was, I think, was it 4 sides or was it 7 LPs? It was lots of songs anyway, and a number of songwriters. We've all taken aside a piece and we picked a song out. So it's going to be an online conversation about the album, about the Clash, and then a few of us as part of this community gathering online. We're going to play a song, and the song I'm going to play is Rebel Waltz, which is on side 3, if I remember rightly.
Right.
So
well, where can people get hold of that? Where can they find you?
Again, I'll if they come and find me on Facebook or on my website.
Okay.
We're doing it on the 2nd of December. I think it's the 2nd. I might be wrong on that. I'll put it out. You know, it'll be out there. It's like
brilliant.
12, something like that.
Excellent.
I'll play you a little song. It's a short one as well.
Yep.
Something from the back catalogue. I just say thank you, Rowland, for doing this.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you for stepping in at the last minute as well.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and thank you to everybody who's out there and having a listen. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Sunday morning footballer. Wearing an old man's boots, he's a boy on the ball. It's push and shove and over the wall. And he's buckling through on a mission to score. He's got a minute's silence to remember the war. And whatever the weather, the church bells ring as a working class athletic thing turns a fragile boy into the man who can take a hit, still shake hands. Rain come down, rain fall down, rain come down, wash me clean, I'm so dirty, with bruises like I've never known. On the gifted side of 30, a Sunday morning footballer comes home, wearing a shirt that bears his name. He gives his all to what he calls a beautiful game. Now it's a game of 2 halves, or so they say, and the chance that he missed he regrets to this day. Buckling through was just about to shoot when he turned to find a boy stepping into his boots. Rain come down, rain fall down, rain come down, wash me clean, I'm so dirty, with bruises like I've never known. On the legend side of 30, a Sunday morning footballer comes home, still wearing a shirt that bears his name. He's given his all to what he calls the beautiful game. Thank you very much. I think we've gone silent. Thank you.
Oh, that's better. Sorry about that. That's a bit of a technical error there. I seem to be dogged by these.
No sound.
We got it now.
Speak.
Yeah?
No.
Not?
Yeah, got it now.
Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, there you go. That's my technical director and my cat joining in at the back there. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do a tune. This is again like Darren. This is a newie. I don't think I have performed this before. I might have done. I wrote it about a month or so ago, I think, and it's called Sunny Day Blues. So it's a blues, but it's an optimistic blues. It's sad, but it's a little bit optimistic, and it's about being isolated from your partner, basically. It's a lovely afternoon, but I'm feeling blue. Sitting here all alone with nothing much to do. I've washed my clothes and cleaned my shoes. Got nothing left to do but sing a sunny day blues. I've done some cooking, I've baked some bread. I cannot count the books I have read. Yes, I'm surviving, I'm doing fine. I've done nothing wrong, but I'm still doing time. We are still a couple of miles apart. Feel like I've been sentenced, guilty with a broken heart. We'll be together, hope it'll be soon. Till then I'll enjoy a sunny afternoon. So bye for now, but not for long, till we are back where we belong. I've tried the crossword, but it was way too hard. So I've tidied my desk and polished my guitar. Can't concentrate on what I wanna do, 'cause every time my thoughts come back to you. I've done some writing, lots and lots of words. Not sure if it's funny or just plain absurd. It kept me busy, giving me something to do that takes my mind off missing you. We are still a couple of miles apart. Feel like I've been sentenced, guilty with a broken heart. Now we'll be together and hope it'll be soon. Till then I'll enjoy a sunny afternoon. So bye for now, but not for long, till we are back. Yes, I said till we are back. Till we are back where we belong. go. That's Sunny Day Blues. And sorry about the slight technical hitch at the beginning. I seem to be, as I say, dogged with these things at the moment. So that's it for today. Lots more coming up in the following weeks. So please come and join us and check out what Darren's doing as well. And if you want to drop me a line just to say hello and maybe make some suggestions, as long as they're not rude. And keep listening, keep happy if you can, and stay safe. Okay, thanks for joining me. And that's all from Talking Songs for this week. See you again. Bye.